So welcome to another grand interesting video on your Leansimcorp channel, and in this today's video what we're going to learn about is we are going to understand about deep learning, and this is going to be the first lecture, introduction to deep learning. We are going to understand. So in this chapter, okay, basically we are going to have different types of context which we are going to look into, and we are going to understand many detailed things, okay. And we are going to bring in this series of artificial intelligence and machine learning consisting of different chapters in detail. Okay. So stay tuned with us. If you are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe to Leansimcorp. Okay. So let us start with the introduction of deep learning. Okay. So deep learning is based on the branch of machine learning, to be very specific. Okay. Which is a subset of artificial intelligence. Okay. So since neural networks imitate the human brain, and so deep learning will do. In deep learning, nothing is programmed explicitly, okay? Basically, it is a machine learning class that makes use of numerous non-linear processing units so as to perform feature extractions as well as transformations. So if you are looking at the high level of what deep learning is, so it is basically one step ahead of machine learning, okay? Deep learning models are capable enough to focus on accurate features themselves by requiring a little guidance from the programmer, and a very helpful in solving out the problems of dimensionality, okay? So the concept of deep learning is not new. Okay, it is very old if we look into. It has been around a couple of years now, but why it has came on to hype, because of we are having more processing power equipments nowadays, and we are having the cloud or storage systems which can handle a lot of data. Okay, as in last 20 years, the processing power has increased exponentially. That's where deep learning and machine learning have came into picture. Okay, these are nothing but the things why the deep learning is basically going to be a part of this. Okay, and now we are going to understand something more detail. Okay, so the learning outcomes of this content is we are going to understand the role of deep learning in real life, understand how deep learning can be applied in applications like virtual assistants or chatbots and etc. Understand how problems like frauds, fraud transactions, and identification of the scams can be done very effectively by using deep learning. Okay, now we are going to go in this. We just saw introduction to deep learning. Now let us understand about what is deep learning exactly. Okay, and in the next lecture we are going to understand about how is deep learning working, how does deep learning works and what are neural networks and stuff like that. Now let us talk about human brain. Okay, a human brain approximately has 10 billion neurons all together. Each neuron is connected through thousands of its neighbors, and the question here is how we can create the neurons in a computer, because we need the system which is as intelligent as human brain. So we create an artificial structure called an artificial neural net, where we can have a nodes of neurons. We have some neurons for input value and some for output value. And in between, there may be a lot of neurons interconnected in a hidden layer, probably. Okay. Artificial intelligence and machine learning are the cornerstones of the next revolution in computing. These technologies hinge on the ability to recognize the data, different patterns, okay, based on the data we have put it into in past, and predict something very exciting outcomes in future. Now this explains the suggestions how Amazon offers you on when you go for shopping online, or Netflix gets you the shows which you like are displayed onto your screen. Although machines utilizing AI principles are often referred to as smart, most of these systems don't learn on their own. There is requirement of an intervention of a human or a programmer into it. Data scientists prepare the inputs, selecting the variables to be used for predictive analytics. Deep learning, on the other hand, can do the job automatically, and that's what is the beauty of deep learning. Okay, deep learning can be considered as a subset of machine learning, which we already saw. It is a field which is based out on learning and improving on its own by examining computer algorithms. While computer learning uses simpler concepts, deep learning works with artificial neural networks which are designed to imitate human-like thinking. As I mentioned earlier, we want deep learning to be something which is more or less similar to the human intelligence. Deep learning has aided image classifications as of now. What has been it into? Okay, let's understand that. Image processing and classification is great at now. Okay, language translation it can do. Speech recognitions like Alexa and Bixby and all that they can do. It can be used to solve any pattern recognition problems and without human intervention. That's a great thing about this deep learning. Now, artificial neural networks comprising many layers, drive deep learning. Deep neural networks, that is DNS, are such types of networks where each layer can perform complex operations such as representations and abstractions that make sense of images, sound, and text. So that's based out because of these artificial neural networks where we are effectively, we have created something which is similar to your human brain neurons, and that is how it works. So in the next lecture we will be looking at how does deep learning works, okay, and some of the examples of deep learning. So stay tuned on Leansimcorp. Put your doubts in the comment section below. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe to Leansimcorp for more such AI ML related content and automation related content. Do not forget to visit our website Leansimcorp. So see you then in the next video. Bye bye.